Imagine you're a gamer and you just play a game of your choice. Your current DPS is 35k, and one day there's an update. You go to sleep, you wake up, you get into the game again, you press play, and you now see your DPS has turned into 70k. That is how big this update is on Bahamut. This video will mainly focus on the Bahamut talents, but we're gonna have one for Valkyrie and even one covering Cosmos Ultra form. The first notable thing is that Bahamut has only received 3 talents, with no HP or damage ones that other units usually get. While we have seen some units lacking 1 or 2 before, seeing Bahamut lack both is pretty weird, and is definitely not something I was expecting. While a damage talent might have been a bit too OP, I think an HP talent could have been nice on it, as it could have changed some interactions along Bahamut to maybe get another hit or 2 and being able to get more value in the field. But who am I kidding? We all know PONOS doesn't care about making it OP or not, because they gave it guaranteed explosion. That's right, guaranteed. Now, explosion is still a pretty new skill, and some of our viewers may not be that familiar with it, so let's briefly explain what it does. Explosion looks similar to wave attack, and it deals damage in a free power blast that expands left and right of the initial blast. The initial blast deals 100% of the attack power as damage. The 2 that appear adjacent to the initial blast deal 70% each, and the 2 that appear next to those deal 40%. The explosions have a fixed spawn point that varies from unit to unit. So explosion basically increases Bahamut's DPS by over double, making it have over 60k DPS at level 30. Now, I don't think I need to explain when giving a unit like Awakened Bahamut over twice the damage is insanely busted. But with this guy now back in the picture, I thought we're gonna be heading into a future where nearly every new enemy has explosion immunity, because this is simply too broken. As the thumbnail said, what was PONOS thinking? The explosion is now by far the best talent in the entire game, beating meta pioneers such as Kenken's Stealth Bounty as one of, if not the most important purchase in the entire game. The power creep this guy will bring upon us shall be glorious, and of course, it still has 2 more talents, but they aren't that interesting if I'm being honest. The better of the 2 is the movement speed up, increasing the speed from 60 to 70, which is great, but it wasn't really needed, as Awakened Bahamut never really struggled with getting anywhere in the first place. As you can see on the screen right now, while Bahamut becomes marginally faster, it is hard to justify buying this talent if you ask me, although I would still recommend it, seeing as with the insane buff from the explosion talent, this guy's gonna be in most if not all of your lineups now. And finally, we have slow immunity, which, I mean, makes sense. It makes Bahamut much more consistent with enemies like Professor A, allowing him to more easily wreck stages like I'll Be Bug, which can land you one of the best units in the entire game, and will basically ensure it will hit whatever it has to, unless he gets nuked along the way there. But with the speed up talent, that will definitely be as common. Now you may ask yourself, how can I get these talents? I can see them when I have my game updated to version 14.2. Well, to obtain them, you have to beat a special stage called the Journey to Talent inside the Bahamut's Cat Trial pack. In order to unlock it, you must already have beaten Valkyrie Cat's Trial, which we will cover in a future video, and beat Cats of the Cosmos Chapter 2, which means this thing is gonna be accessible to people who have barely made it to UL, if even that. Oh boy, well, surely it's a pretty hard stage, right? The stage consists of Rebellion Elites, 3 moves for easy cash at the start, and Awakened Bahamut itself. Now, it's important to mention Awakened Bahamut is not the same enemy as Raging Bahamut Cat, the one you see in Chapter 3 moving into the future. For some reason, PONOS decided to make a second Awakened Bahamut, so now we have 2 Awakened Bahamut enemies. Anyway, the strategy is pretty simple. You just lure Awakened Bahamut to your base, stall it with fast mid-shields, and try to snake in damage with an Awakened Bahamut of your own, or Fishman Cat, with the Shibalians being there as annoying peons to throw you off. Now, I don't know if this is just me, but this stage reminds me a lot of Floor 30 of Heavenly Tower, except it doesn't have just much randomness in its peon spam, and it mostly consists of just getting the timing down and being able to deal with not so fast peons, who are surprisingly bulky and are buffed to Cats of the Cosmos free magnifications. so you do need all of Cats of the Cosmos treasures to have a good shot at this, but maybe it's beatable without them. One of the biggest differences between Waking Bahamut and Raging Bahamut, which makes this possible, is the addition of backswing, meaning Bahamut has a short animation before it goes back to attacking, making the stall very easy and safe until the Shibalians come, and then you need to get creative. Overall, it is definitely a challenging stage, but it is beatable and is very much worth it to complete considering you literally get the best talent in the entire game for it. Not to mention, you'll probably get power crept in 3 months because of a brand new explosion immune super rare or something. In conclusion, Bahamut, who previously dominated the early game meta, only to become fine afterwards, now dominates the entire game. While it's a bit too early to say, there's a very solid chance he has destroyed the entire early game of Balacats, and he will make getting ED a breeze from 4-star UL because, I mean, is there anything that can stop 60k DPS coming right at your face? Thank you for watching.